Good morning, everyone. Got your coffee? I got mine. So listen, before I get started rambling, there are a couple things that I need to say. Well, there are a couple people I need to thank, and then there are a couple things I want to say. First, let me say thank you so much to Stephanie for buying me a cup of coffee. I appreciate you, honey. Thank you so much. And then I want to say, Jericho, thank you. Jericho's like a friend in my head. Jericho say either put this towards a new caftan, which I promised myself, Jericho, because Jericho will buy Auntie a new caftan, honey. It won't nobody buy me a caftan. Jericho will buy me a caftan. But I promised myself that I was not going to buy myself any more new caftans until we moved, because I wanted to take less things with me. And my caftans are one of the things that I have to take with me because I love them so much. And that has clearly come across to you, Jericho. But I don't know. 2 years is a long time not to buy a new caftan. And I really have been looking at them. But, excuse me. I said, I promised myself that I wasn't going to do it. But you also said that I could put it towards the Great Escape. And so that's where I'm going to put it. So I'm going to do exactly what you asked me to do with it. And then to Keith. Keith, I want to speak to you specifically this morning. I got your message. I knew what you were asking me when you sent the donation. And that's why I sent the donation back to you. I sent the donation back because I didn't think it would be fair of me to take it, because listen, baby, when I tell you, it may not come across, excuse me, it's really, really hot and stuffy in this room. Because remember, my HVAC system has not gotten fixed yet. We're waiting on the compressor to come through, but it is on expedited order. So thank goodness for that. But in the meantime, you know, we have some other parts of the house that are nice and cool and air conditioned. So as soon as I get done doing this, I'm going to go do that. Yes. Because, you know, it's hot. It's so hot, in fact, that today, Wednesdays is the day that I get out in the community and put boots to the ground. I volunteer at some area, some aspect for the community. And baby, I don't think I can do it today. I don't think it's going down today. I'm supposed to show up at the big central pantry today. We in the middle of a heat wave here in South Carolina. I can't do it. I can't do it. I got to stay up under the air today. I can't even do it. It's not going down today. I was going to ask y'all to pray for me and motivate me and push me, but it ain't happening, not today. But anyway, get back to Keith. I, as an introvert, I struggle with my own content. I really, really do. You all should see how many times in the morning I will start the video over. I like to do a video straight through, and even in doing a video straight through and messing up, and, you know, because I'm like, you know, I'm flawed. You know, I mess up, I make mistakes, you know, and hope, but people tend to like my authentic self a lot better than when I'm scripted. So anyway, but I don't know. I get requests for podcasts and interviews a lot, actually. And I always feel bad turning people down, but I know me. I know me. I know that the content won't be good for you. It just won't. And then not only that, but it's going to put me through so much anxiety. So everyone who has ever asked, I have told them no. Baby, I've told them no. So I felt like I needed to send that donation back. And then you sent it back and you were like, this going to be just a donation then. Thank you so much. What I'm going to do with your donation, in honor of you, you know, sending it anyway, I'm going to put it towards the library pantry and towards these backpacks. This is the other one, the more girlier version that I was telling you guys about. Oh, I said it had daisies on it. These are clearly sunflowers. Like, I don't have a million of them growing in my backyard. I know a sunflower when I see one. But again, I'm not perfect and I'm not scripted. But aren't those cute? So for the ones, it's just the black one with daisies on it. It's the same exact backpack that I showed you a couple days ago. And I thought they were fairly reasonable. They got 4 stars. They look sturdy and well constructed. So, okay. And then I have another couple coming. They're on their way. Thank you so much, Keith. I love you for real. You know, some of you all have become friends in my head. You really have. Did I tell you what else came? That happened recently. Yep. So we're off. Anyway, listen. So thank you all who donated. I really appreciate you. And you're making the getting the book bags and the backpacks. I always want to call it a book bag. I'm showing my age. The backpacks, and we got folders and spiral notebooks and pencils and pens and a lot of stuff to buy. But, you know, like I said, I'm only doing 10 of them. So the first kids that get 10, you know, I don't want to overwhelm myself, and I don't want to overwhelm my community. And, you know, sometimes we can just do what we can do, right? And then we got to push on. Like today, I can't do that big old going to the library pantry and being a part of that today. I can't do it. It's too hot. It's too damn hot. But anyway, listen, what I want to talk about, and I very, very seldom want to talk about Donald Trump, but then we kind of got to talk about him because he's really making a mess out of shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Kamala Harris said that if Donald Trump was the president, America would be at war within 6 months. I'd be damned if that woman wasn't right. She got it almost down to the day. I'd be damned if that woman is not right. You know, the rants that black people are making about not wanting to be a part of this has made USA Today. Black people can't take shit serious. I love my people. I love black people for real. But let me tell you, we better start taking it serious. We better take it serious. Donald Trump, you know, he is the epitome of, you know, throwing a rock and hiding your hands. I mean, he bombed Iran on behalf of Israel and now wants a ceasefire. It don't work like that. That's not how things work. And Iran, yeah, can the U.S., you know, this big imperialistic nation, handle anything Iran throw our way? Sure, we can. But Iran has allies. We used to have allies before Donald Trump ran them all off and turned them all against us. We don't have allies anymore. See, this is what happens when you put a narcissist in charge. This is what happens when you put someone that doesn't know what they're doing in charge. This is what happens when you put someone in a position like this who isn't qualified. This is what happens. Everyone who was our ally is not our ally anymore. They all turning against us. Mexico, Canada, Greenland, everybody is turning against us because this man literally can't get along with anyone. Have you ever known a narcissist who could get along with anyone? Even the people they're supposed to be able to get along with. Iran, who are their allies? Russia. We beefing with them right now too. China. I don't think China will ever commit in a big way, you know. But if they did, we are in a lot of trouble. We owe China a lot of money. China is a superpower. China is completely capable of defending itself. And China got all the smoke for the U.S. They can return all the smoke. And then what's that other one? Nasty motherfucker. North Korea. Big bad allies Iran has, you know. But black people, you know, we you know, and we're joking about it right now, but you know, this is one of the ways that we endure. You know, the black spirit endures. Is that, you know, sometimes you really have to laugh to keep from crying. You know, because we are always enduring. And I just want black people to get away from endurance, where we are always just enduring these people and their need for constant trials and tribulations, conflict. There can never be any peace living amongst certain people. Never. But we will endure. We will endure. We are in our victory gardens. We are growing our food. We are, somebody said the weirdest thing I said something about victory gardens the other day. And some weirdo in the comments said the weirdest shit. When they come and seize your land, then you won't have a garden. And so I don't see the point in growing a garden. These the kind of minds and mentality we churning out here in America. That's why this man is the president, because the people who think just like that. Black people, I don't know what to say, except for what I always say. Figure out how to be in community with one another. And speaking of which, I want to apologize for something that I said the other day. I want to apologize for saying that black people were not united. Now, don't get me wrong. Like our good sis, our ancestor Harriet Tubman said, we are going to have to leave some Negroes behind. That's just facts. But black people not being united, I should have never fixed my mouth to say that. Because 80% of black men voted for Harris and 92% of black women voted for Harris. We are united. Black people across the board voted to keep everyone safe. We voted to keep America safe. We voted to progress the nation. And we did that in the most united way possible. We did. And with that, I apologize again. That is all that I have for today. I'm just chit-chatting. Y'all stay cool. It's going to be another hot day. We're in the middle of a heat wave. Again, don't let tempers flare along with these temperatures. If you can do something comfortably to help make someone else's life a little easier today, you should do it. If you can do something to help another black person thrive today, you should do it. If you can do something to help another black person get justice today, you should do it. Speaking of justice, they have officially charged our little nephew, Carmelo Anthony, with murder, in case you haven't heard. He has now been officially charged with that. So, let's keep him in our prayers. I've donated to his Give, See, and Go. More than I could actually afford at the time. He's going to need legal help and representation. So I just want to put that on y'all minds and on y'all hearts. This our little nephew. He was defending himself. He was defending himself. And he had every right to do it. Y'all stay cool. Stay righteous. I love y'all for real. If you would like to donate and or support this platform, I'll leave my Cash App and my Venmo down in the comments. I'd greatly appreciate it. Y'all have a good one.